Using my Vagabond and my Spectre have the exact same look because I don't have any. Like, I try to change everyone's outfits as much as I can, but I don't have buttloads of money to throw at this for avatars. I wish I did, so that everybody could look a bit more unique. Like, at the very least, Retsu, Mia, Eritrea, and Janix all look very different. But yeah, what I've been doing lately is the Spectre event, which basically requires clearing a bunch of Spectre dungeons, because she has her own little hub world, and you just go through a bunch of different areas and defeat enemies. So it's like the general goal is like, oh, log in daily, clear dungeons, defeat monsters, XYZ, and then they get more specific with each area. So I actually completed Northmire completely. That's how much time I've been putting into this event. I usually go until I waste all my stamina, so that's what I'm going to do now. Thunderland, I need to clear it 60 times to finish it off, so that's 19 more trips through it I have to go. That's fine. Yeah. Actually, last time I played the DNF duel, I wasn't really enjoying myself because everybody kept using the same characters, and I was actually getting infuriated. I was like, I mean, I know it's like, well, there's only 10 characters. What are they supposed to do? I'm like, yeah, but it's like literally everybody uses grapplers, and I'm just so sick of fighting grapplers. And then the other thing now is people just spamming Crusader, and I'm like, come on. Like, if you want to use a Crusader, I give people either 2 or 3 matches depending on how I'm feeling, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna change characters, and then I change characters and they don't, so I'm stuck with another bunch of matches against a Crusader or a grappler. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not doing this. It got to the point where I fought someone, and if they used the grappler, I just like, it didn't matter who won that match. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna go find someone else to play against. It's like, well, what if that's their main? I'm like, who cares? I mean, it's just a beta. You shouldn't be focused on a main yet. Just play the darn game. It's like I remember someone complaining about people running out the time or just doing shitty things to try to get wins. And it's like, there's no rankings. This isn't ranked. You're not gonna get anything by just being an asshole and an unfun person to fight. Every time I fought a ranger and all the person did was stand on the other side of the bridge on the stage and just start shooting at me, I'm like, yeah, you're like the worst person ever. That happens a lot in Battle for the Grid also. There's a bunch of people who use, I want to say like Jason, Eric Myers. They do it less with Mag Defender because you can't spam as much with him. But they just use the gun moves a lot to try to keep you away. Those kinds of people are the most fun to beat their heads against the wall. Like when you beat those kinds of people, it feels great. Yeah. I always forget that there's a dodge mechanic in DNF Duel, so I started using that a bit more towards the end of the beta. I know there's a guard cancel. I've used it a grand total of never, because I forgot how to use it. From what I've seen of people using it in more recent streams towards the end of the beta, I was like, yeah, it seems useful. I should probably learn how to use it when the full game comes out. I think it's really interesting that they didn't give us a female Slayer yet. Or freaking mages. I hope they get in. Actually, that's something I'll check after this because I'm curious. Because yeah, if you look at the character select screen in the beta, like it has the 10 characters in it, and then there's clearly enough space for 6 more, right? Obviously. Does that mean there's only gonna be 16 in the final game? I don't know. I mean, maybe. was wondering why I was running out of so much space in my inventory, and it turns out I was just picking up too many potions that I don't need. Like, way too many. Okay, so let's go back. I'll continue this in a bit, because I still need to. I need to do it. I don't need to, I just want to. So let's see. Alright, here we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 classes. And Dark Knight and Creator are their own like special thing. So I don't think either of these are getting in the game, so that knocks it down to 14. 16 slots. 2 Slayers, nothing. 1 Fighter, nothing, nothing. 1 Gunner, 1 Gunner. 1 Priest, 1 Priest. 1 Thief, 1 Knight. 2 Agents. No, actually it's 2 Gunners. No, it's just 1 Gunner. And then 1 Demonic Lancer. So they have every class represented except for Female Slayer and the Mages. Yeah, it's 14. 14 classes, 16 characters. So far they have 10 characters, and they introduced 3 more, which is the Ghostblade, Mechanic, and the Troubleshooter. Bringing it up to 13. So if they do create a Slayer, that'll be 14, then the Mage is 15 and 16. So that's probably what they'll do. Like, my big hope is that they do 2 classes for every class, which then brings up the final roster to 28, but that's a bit much. I can understand doing a second Slayer, given he's like, I want to say like, I guess the main one. I don't know, I guess like the first easiest, simplest class to use. But 2 Agents is a bit weird. He's not, I think he was the most recent class added? I can't remember. Like in terms of complete class. Like obviously the Slayer got a new one, but she's been around for a while now. So it's interesting they went 2 Slayers, 2 Agents. I guess we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. See, I'm at the end of the game now, so I will say, just going back to the Nexon days. Nexon days were interesting, the way that they did quest advancement and all that stuff. In this game, generally, when you're playing through the story and you get a story quest, it usually revolves around talking to an NPC, collecting a bunch of a certain material, or just clearing a dungeon. 99% of the time, it's just clearing a dungeon. And, like in the old DFO days, in the Nexon days, dungeons used to look like this. So like you see how the path splits up and down? Dungeons used to be like that. They were a lot more complex, I guess. They were definitely bigger. And your goal was to find the boss. You couldn't see them. So you were just going around. Sometimes you had to check every single room to find them. So dungeons could take a lot longer back then. Now dungeons are like linear or very simple, and they also show you the map beforehand, so you already know where to go. But they're usually very linear. For the story, anyway, once you complete all the story dungeons, and you go back to do a dungeon outside of the story, then the dungeon reverts back to a bit more complicated. Not like anything super crazy, but they changed back to almost how they used to be. For when if you double back for whatever reason. And in the Nexon days, they didn't used to be linear. They would always be big and confusing. And Nexon quests, I don't think they were ever like that. The quests always required you to kill a certain amount of enemies or find a certain amount of items. And the way that they did it was so frustrating. Because they were like, hey, go in this dungeon and kill like 6... What are these things called? Lugarus? Kurogarus, okay. It's like kill like 10 Kurogarus. You're like, okay, so you go into the dungeon and obviously your goal would be, well, let me check every single room to find all the Kurogarus and kill the 10 and then leave, complete the quest and move on. The way that Nexon had it set up, though, was when you went into a dungeon, you'd explore the whole thing and find like 3 Kurogarus, which means you would have to do the dungeon like 4 times to get the 10 kills. That's how every single dungeon and task was. Whatever they wanted you to get or kill was very limited, requiring you to do the dungeon over and over and over again just to complete one quest and then progress. So it took way longer. It got really frustrating at times. Because sometimes, especially if you needed to get like specific drops from specific enemies, sometimes you go through the whole dungeon and get 1 or nothing, and then you're like, well, that was worthless, and it's just like super frustrating. Of course, the argument could be made that it was like that because there wasn't as much content back in the day. They definitely did not have Neo Awakenings. I don't even know if they had Second Awakenings back in the next Sundays. And I know for sure level 100 was not the cap back then. So because it was so limited, they had to find ways to, I guess, stretch it out. Which people could argue is the reason why Harlem is so bullshit nowadays as well. Because the game is that used to be a level cap. I think the level 90, 95 area, I think it was 90. And so the area was big and there was a shit ton to do in Harlem to make those levels stretch out. Unfortunately, everything's been streamlined now and the max level is now 100. So it's like, we don't need that giant stopgap in Harlem. That can be streamlined much more. Whether they intend to do that or not, I don't know. The Winter Festival just happened and they updated some stuff about DFO. They talked about obviously the new gunner class, and I think they mentioned a level 110 new cap in addition to new equipment that goes up to level 105. I believe certain skills now have either lower caps or maybe their SP costs changed, and there's new dungeons as well, which I think is cool. The issue is that I don't do much of the new stuff. Because they integrated their raids in this game. Big boss raids you can do with, like, I think, like, groups of 8 or something like that. I've never done a single raid. As far as I'm aware, I don't think I'm even properly equipped with my best character. Like, Janix is the one I put the most time into equipping her for, like, end-game crazy advanced stuff. And even then, I don't think she's up to snuff. So just can't imagine how it is doing a raid. I need to find like a group of people who will do that already, who can like coach me through it. My sister, who plays more DFO, already told me the basics of what I want to upgrade for my characters to make them even stronger and better. But wow. Because going through the end game requires you finding entire sets of equipment for your character based on specific parameters. So the first thing you want to do is go to Ghent Palace, Old Ghent Palace. It's a level 100 dungeon that opens up after the events of the Ghent Civil War. And that dungeon gives you North Peace tokens. Those tokens are used to buy unique equipment. Level 100 unique equipment for your character. That's the first set you should shoot for. An entire set, obviously. 5 pieces of armor, a weapon, and then 5 accessories. Well, 3 accessories and 3 pieces of sub-equipment. Which you can see, where is it? Here. So you see armor, weapon, accessories, sub-equipment. And you need buy-in. I'll actually swing by Old Ghent Palace to show you. Take a break from running this dungeon. You know, I mean, it hasn't been long. It's always interesting to talk about this kind of stuff. Also, another interesting thing they did was that they reduced the damage numbers. So you still, the people have assured you, you still do the same damage now that you did before the update, but the numbers are smaller now. It's like 6 digits, I think, at most, it looks like. Where it used to be like, I swear, like 10, 11, maybe even 12 digits for the damage you were doing towards the end of the game. But, you know, I don't mind it. Okay. Alright. Life token. Sure, I'll grab it. So yeah, the original end game is built like the end game is built like this. So you go to Ghent. That's old Ghent Palace over there. It's level 95, 100. When you go one trip through it, you're given North Peace tokens. I think they changed it. It used to be, I think, 20 times you could run the dungeon and get tokens. Now they dropped it down to, I think, 6. You still get the tokens, and what you do with them is you take them to Lindsay over here, and she has the shop for the Empyrean tech. This is the unique weapons you need to arm yourselves with. So it's 400 for a weapon, 400 for armor, it's 400 for everything. You need 3 of these, 5 of whatever your character specializes in. So mine is leather, so I would need 5 of these. And then the weapon that your character specializes in. Mine is katana, so I would need this one. Which obviously adds up. It's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 27, 30, 33. That's wrong. I screwed it up. Never mind. Whatever. 10 is 4,000. 4,800 tokens. Which honestly, as far as I remember, it wasn't that hard to get. They've reduced the number of times you can run the dungeon, but I still think out of all the post-game stuff you have to do, that's the easiest one. After that, there are 2 other things you can do, which is Operation Hope and Chest Town. And Chest Town's bullshit. Operation Hope, I don't think it's too bad. I don't remember how it was in the beginning. But like Ghent Palace is one of those things. When you start Ghent Palace, it's really hard to do. But the more Empyrean pieces you're able to equip and earn, the easier Ghent Palace becomes. And to the point you're just one-shotting everything, going through with no problem. And it's like, oh, this feels awesome. Operation Hope is this over here, which unlocks after you complete Harlem, and you can do it how many times? 6 times, and every time you do it, you're rewarded with Abyss fragments, which you take to Severin right here, and you buy them. It's the same stuff. You need the weapon, you need 5 pieces of armor, 3 special equipments, 3 accessories, and those go here. They're part of your buff enhancement equipment. And what that is every character in the game gets a buff move, which is usually activated by, I think, hitting right space. But you can edit it. I have it on some characters as just being space, since you start every single dungeon hitting that move, because it remains active for the rest of the dungeon and it buffs you. In my case, the move gives me 83 more attack, 10% movement speed, you know, that kind of stuff. And the ability usually caps at 10. You can only upgrade it 10 times. But this equipment, the buff equipment, enhances it. In my case, the full set gives it an additional 5, so now it's level 15. It's stronger. So obviously you want this. That could be annoying. And Chest Town is the worst one. Chest Town sucks. No one likes Chest Town. All my friends hate Chest Town. So Chest Town is the same as a Ghent Palace, except it's only these 2 dungeons right here, Land of Memories and Bottomless Tunnel, and you can only do them 3 times each, so 6 times. You go through them, and you're given, I forget what they're called when I look at the store. Extinction Crystals. Unlike North Peace tokens, which they give you plenty of, they don't give you that many Extinction Crystals, especially since you have to do it 6 times a day. You don't get a lot. At most, it takes like a week to buy one of these things. And once again, you need the full set. And there's 600 as opposed to 400. And it's 12, so that means 7,200 Extinction Crystals you need to buy a full set of this stuff. Because this is the next step up from unique, it's legendary. And the Chest Town dungeons are brutally difficult. I swear, even having a full legendary set doesn't make it all that much easier. And then, last step, as far as I'm aware, once you have all that, you can come here and do Guide of Wisdom, which, oh boy, Guide of Wisdom. So Guide of Wisdom you can enter as many times as you like, but you need Time Guide Stones. And Guide of Wisdom is essentially where you can get epics, which are, it's unique, legendary, epic. a step up from those weapons. The unfortunate thing about epics, though, is that they're random. So you can get 20 epics and not be able to use any of them. That can and will happen. Or in my case, you could get the epic you want, but for the wrong character. Like I have a... Like a Janix, since she's a brawler, she needs a claw. I got the epic claw that I want for her, but someone else got it, a different character. And I was like, oh, bummer. Thankfully, thanks to Epic Transcendent Stones, which basically allow you to put epics in the account vault because you can't put them in there, I was able to put it in there and then take it out with her, and so she has it now. But that's bound to happen a lot, and it sucks. They're just like, yeah, I'll do it this way, and then the game's like, nope. See, I think the Guide of Wisdom should be added as a stage in DFO and DNF Duel, simply because everybody who plays DFO goes to the Guide of Wisdom as many freaking times as they possibly can. Of course, Spectre has an advantage because she's able to get epics specifically tied to her through her event. So this event is really good because it'll give you a fully outfitted character ready for the end game just by doing it. Of course, the event is pretty far along. I don't know if you'll have enough time. If anyone who's thinking of starting now will have enough time to get all the benefits from it, but I definitely think it'll at least give them a good start. They start now, because early on in the Spectre event, they give you what's it called? Because like you can, every time you enter a dungeon, you lose fatigue, which is the blue bar in the bottom right, down here. Every time you enter a dungeon, you lose fatigue, and once it hits 0, you can't enter dungeons anymore, so you can't play the game anymore. So you have to swap to a different character if you have one, or use a potion to give yourself more fatigue back. Of course, the potions are limited to how many you can use in a day. But early on in the Spectre event, they gave me 2 full recovery potions that'll give me all my fatigue back. So I was able to do a lot of stuff for the Spectre event early on. So that's an advantage that you have if you want to start doing it now. And everybody over on Megaphone is the golden text here. It's items that you can use to send a message to the entire server. Or to the entire channel, I mean. And they're complaining about the season pass. Which, yeah. And this season pass is a million times better than the shitty Halo one, though. You should never have a season pass where you level up and get nothing. But that's what the Halo one does, and that's what annoys me the most about it. Like, seriously, I leveled up once, it's like, here's a piece of armor, but only if you bought the premium pass. I'm like, so that level up got me nothing. And the next level up, like, here's a challenge swap and another piece of armor, but the piece of armor is limited to the pass also. I'm like, what's the point? They should give you something for every single level up. It's really frustrating if they don't. In this game, I actually like the pass, because like I don't even have the purchased version. I have the free one, obviously, and it gives you plenty. It gives you a lot of good stuff, honestly. Let me show you an example of the pass, because the Spectre has one, but the Spectre Pass you have to buy it. You can't use it at all. So the free pass looks like this. It looks exactly the same, and as you level it up, you get to take whatever's on the top row for the normal pass, but not the bottom row. The bottom row is locked to the buy version. How much is the Spectre Pass anyway? In 1990 Sarah. Yeah. When does Spectre Pass expire? 28 days. Still has 28 days. Yeah, so for the normal pass, you can grab this stuff as you level up, and then the additional stuff you can get if you get the pass. So I think I like that much better, because at least then it rewards you for every single level that you climb, which is nice. But the issue that people are having is that for some reason the normal pass that you should have right now is just gone. Which, yeah, I see that it's not in my bar anymore. And it just seems to be a bug. It looks like they did an update and maybe something replaced it. And of course, everybody overreacts in the megaphone chat. The megaphone chat is usually it's usually filled with either people looking for Crusaders, people trying to sell weapons and epics for like millions and millions and millions of coins, or people complaining. That's usually what the megaphone chat is. To be fair, if you did buy the Ultimate Pass, or whatever it's called, the Premium ARAD Pass, and it's gone now, I guess it's sensible to be worried that your money just went to waste. But I think it'll come back, I hope it does. And if it doesn't, they better get compensated for that. I have spent money on this game in the past. Not much, though. I put some Sarah in just so I could buy safe upgrades. Mainly. The way that they treat money in this how you spend money in this game is weird. Because you use real world money to buy Sarah, and then you can only purchase stuff from the DFO web store. So you have to log on to Neopal, navigate to the online store they have, and then you buy from there. You can't buy from the in-game Sarah shop until you buy a certain amount of stuff on the web Sarah shop, which I think is weird. And obviously the web Sarah shop doesn't have nearly as much stuff as the in-game Sarah shop does. So the main thing I want to buy is more safe upgrade kits, because I want bigger safes for people. And after that, it's outfits. So I want to make everybody look pretty. That's about it. I use my big awakening skills. It's awakening 2. Good old Yajutsu. Quick draw nonsense. Hungry. I think it's crazy that the Spectre has 3 swords on her. I'm like, do you really need 3? Which, wow, the effort they put into the Spectre story, though, is amazing. Like, she has so many cutscenes at the start of her story. It's super unique compared to all the other characters. And the cutscenes are really cool. They're really well animated. Just really awesome to look at. Yeah, I love the Neo Awakening moves because they have little animated sections for them, which I think is really awesome. Am I done yet? Have I done 19 trips? No? How many more do I need to do? 7. Shit. Alright, I don't think 7's that bad. Yeah, I wanted to make at least one character for every single class. And obviously I did do that. The only one I haven't made is the creator. I'm very curious about the creator. So like the Dark Knight is weird because he gets access to like everything. He has an entire Slayer kit. It's kind of crazy. And they're all like changed to be like, to use dark magic, like the appearance of the attacks. It's like all spooky purple. The creator, on the other hand, is designed to be played with your mouse. I think that's it. You can play the whole thing with just using the mouse. Like, that sounds interesting. I'll probably make a creator when I get my Dark Knight up to level 100, when he's done. Oh shoot, I just remembered there's actually something else I need to do. Subjugation. Go guys, go. They'll be fine. Oh, let me do this stuff too while I'm here. It's just other assorted silly stuff. Nothing to worry about. I thought that was a Spectre. That's a Vendetta. And he has deicide. Good times. I see the little chibis of my characters here. Who needs Empyrean equipment? I'll worry about that in a bit. We need to finish this. Yeah, I very much enjoy DFO. I was thinking of like starting a new character and like streaming the whole thing from like inception to endgame. I just wouldn't know what character to make. Maybe another male slayer, just to keep it classic. I mean, I don't have a Ghost Blade, so I might as well. Yes, if you ever get into playing DFO after DM's Duel, I think you'll enjoy it. It's fun. It's really great music. Really easy to play. And yeah, the end game stuff is crazy, but like even me, I've barely done any of the additional things. Also, I actually haven't even finished the story, because the story ends after the events of the Abyssal Sky Tower. But since then they've added more, and I've done a bit of the stuff that they've added. I just haven't gone around to doing more of it because I keep forgetting. And I only recently, I did my Neo Hitman, I think yesterday or the day before. Because I didn't even realize that he wasn't at the point where the Neo quest starts, so I had to get him to catch up. He was already level 100. Cool thing about the game too, is that if you over level, you can skip quests. So if you're level 15, you're doing level 15 quests, but then you level to 16, and you still have 15 quests to do, as long as you've completed the quests before, you can just skip them. So if it's your first character, you can't. You have to do everything at least once. But if you're on your second character and you've skipped a bunch of levels, then yeah, you can skip a bunch of story. Which is what I did with my Dark Knight a bunch. The issue obviously becomes, I mentioned this, it's hard to track down equipment to keep them on level. Unfortunately. The only thing I could wish for is that I level him up to 86 using growth capsules. What's a growth capsule? Well, if you're level... That was an epic. If you're level 100, you obviously don't get any more EXP anymore, except you do. You have something called training levels, which I don't exactly know what they do, but like right now Chris is a level expert 23. Whatever that means. But in addition to training levels, you also get EXP saved away in growth capsules, and it stacks up for your character, how much EXP you get for your character at level 100. And then if you have another character who I think needs to be at least level 40 or something like that, you can give them the growth capsule EXP, and they just level up like insanely fast. Obviously, you can skip so many levels that way. Oh wait, I can buy levels. There's also level up tickets. I forgot about that. You can buy. Shit, I should check that after this. Because if I can get him to level 86, because obviously weapons and equipment in the game are tied to levels, so you need to be a specific level to use the equipment. But there are contracts that you can buy with real money or that you can earn in the game through various different things. Like so many things award these things. And one of the contracts lowers the level cost of equipping stuff by 10. So you can equip like level 100 equipment at level 90. And right now I have a minus 14 thing, so if I can get my Dark Knight to level 86, I can give him all the level 100 equipment, and he'll be fine. He'll be able to breeze through everything and get to end game, no problem. Which I could definitely do, because, dummy, I still have the gosh dang level up tickets that I haven't used. I need to do one more, and I forgot how many I need. And then I'll go out and check again. I'll probably divide the stream into two parts. The first part talking about DNF Duel, and the second part being just me doing Spectre nonsense. Good old Spectre nonsense. Of course, I say I'll go through the whole game again, but I mean, jeez. Kind of want to skip the parts. To skip. Let me see. Yeah, it's not done yet. 2 more times. We'll do it 2 more times and then we'll hop out. So what's the level up ticket, you may ask? There's a store. There are these special stores you can access. One of them is a Valor Crystal store, where you can buy level up tickets and quest clearance items. There are a few very important quests in the game that actually cost a lot of materials to do. And that's the Awakening quests, first and second, and then the sub-equipment, earrings, and what is it? Give me a second. I forget what it's called. Because when you start the game, you cannot equip rings, magic stones, or earrings. No, sub-equipment, earrings, and magic stones. You can't equip these. The slots are locked. You have to do a quest at level 60, a quest at level 65, and a quest at level 90 to unlock these things. And those quests cost a lot of materials. Most of the time, I don't actually have the materials to complete the quests, and I have to buy them, and it's really annoying. So you can buy at the Valor Crystal store a pass that skips that entire quest and completes it for you. Same for the first and second Awakenings, which admittedly they do cost a lot of materials early on, but I'm at the point where I was literally able to first and second awaken like 3 characters at the same time, and I didn't run out of materials. So that's just what happens when you play the game so much and have so many characters and you pick up everything. You're bound to pick up more than enough across multiple playthroughs for the future. So obviously the first time you play the game it'll probably be an issue, maybe the second time too, but it'll even out as you keep going. And Valor Crystals, you can hold up to 250, and you get them by gaining EXP. So that's another thing. So if you spend it all, it'll take a while to fill it back up. And obviously, the more advanced the stuff is, the more it costs. I think the earrings quest skip thing costs the most. Let me get rid of some gear. Yeah, throughout the course of all that grinding, I picked up 3 more epics. see here. Hold on to them. I think I need to do it one more time. And then we'll go check on my Dark Knight. I forget what level he is. I think he's level 82. Of course, the level up tickets, it's not as simple as I can buy like infinite of them. The level up tickets are divided by spans of 10 levels, I think, and and the higher they go, the less you can buy. I think the most advanced ticket you can only purchase one of, and of course, all the purchases reset at the end of every month, and so you can do it again next month. So the important stuff at these stores, which is very valuable, you can only buy so many times in a month. Now, this is my last trip through this, and it'll be done. There we go. Cool. So that'll give me 5 Spectre tokens, 10 Spectre tokens, and 40 Spectre EXP. Not a lot, all things considered, but I was like, I'm at the end, I might as well finish it. And then I have to redo it for the rest of this stuff. Once again, I mean, I don't have to redo it, but I want to. Okay, that's good enough. That's enough Spectre for right now. Yeah, that took most of my fatigue away anyway. So let's go check on Mr. Dark Knight. Yeah, he is level 82. Theramire. So here it is. Here's the shop I was talking about. Valor Crystals. So yeah, level up tickets. Yeah, they can only take you up to 95. The latest level you can use one is 94. And you can only buy 2. Yep, the Earring Quest ticket is 200. Yeah, I can see why. The Adventure Token Shop is another one. I definitely recommend looking into this and doing Adventure as much as possible, because it'll help in the long run so much, because you can buy Abyss Fragments for buff equipment. You can buy Empyrean gear here, and you can buy frickin' epic equipment from Chest Town. Only one piece every month, but it's still very helpful to just be able to buy that stuff. Okay, here's the growth crafts. We'll see how many levels will go up. He's up to 83, and that's it. I was able to go up to halfway through 83. Shit, I shouldn't have done that. Whatever, so let's buy one ticket. I think I just need one ticket. Here we go. Oh, it only costs 12. Yeah, let's do it. If I need to buy another one, I'll buy another one. It's 86. I need to buy 2 more. That's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna buy 2 more. I mean, I don't really use these Valor Crystals much anymore since I have everyone done so far. For 85. Oh, that costs 50. Let's do it for 86, and we're done. Shit. Oh, that was the wrong one to buy. This is from 86 to 89. I misread it. I screwed up. That's fine. I'll just get another one. Can I buy another one? I can't. Oh no. Oops. Oh, that's what happens when you're dumb. So I guess the only thing I can do with this guy is So what do I have? I have his weapon. And 1 piece of armor, 2 pieces of armor, 3, 4. All right, I'm going with plate, right? So this was a waste of money. I remember making that mistake. So for his Empyrean set, I'm still missing 1 piece of armor, 3 accessories, and 3 sub equipment. Okay. That's what this is for. What weapons did he equip? The katana? Yeah, he has a katana equipped. Okay. Okay, so I guess all I can do now is manually get him up the rest of the way because I screwed up. I think it's not like it mattered. Even if I didn't buy that level 86 token, ticket, I still couldn't get him up the rest of the way. So let me do this first. I need to talk to the Empress to tell her that I want to go to Empyrean. I mean to Zelva or whatever. Pandemonium. To go to the Castle of the Dead. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so this is the example of a sub-equipment quest. They want me to go to this dungeon and kill 3 specific named enemies. It's just 2 that are somewhere in the level and then the boss. I hate these shield guys. Yeah, the weird thing about Dark Knight, obviously, he can use and specialize any weapon armor that he wants. There's also his skills. Instead of just having the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, like 14 skills, he has 12. But the bottom 6 you can chain into whatever you want, as you see here. So if you keep hitting A, he'll go down the list of all these abilities. Oh, that looked cool. I think that was a new one I just got. Oh, that was his awakening move, right? He only has one? Alright, I think I took them both out, so I just need to get the boss now. What does this do again? I don't know. The amount of times I walk into a boss room without using my EXP growth potion, it's embarrassing. Ideally, I want to use them in the room before the boss room. I always forget. Gosh, it costs so much money too to unlock that stupid slot. But I need all the help I can get because this guy's equipment is way under leveled. Now we can go to the temporary airfield in the Slough Industrial Complex and go to Zelva. Yeah, first time you arrive in Zelva. Yeah, here he is. Nevilo Jurgen. Where did Wayne come from? Oh, yeah, because it is Anju Wayne who leads the whole thing, but he's not a Wayne. Feral Wayne is the guy in Slough Industrial Complex who's not a bad guy. Can't believe I got that mixed up. My bad. Gosh, I hate this part. First trip to the inverted watchtower sucks. Because you don't even get any EXP. I don't think you get any EXP for it. And you have to do it again, also, which is even more frustrating. Yeah, if those things hatch, they just create enemies. So it's like, I'd rather not. Oh, okay, I made it. I'm done. Not doing this quest. I don't know what the point of this is. A fox from Pandemonium. Oh right, that's what's his name? There he is, Hunter Vaughn. Okay, now I can actually explore the inverted watchtower, which means I have to do that part again, and then I ends up with a fight against what's-her-face, who slingshots around the field. It's really annoying. Yeah, I remember that being much worse the first time around. Stop jumping at me. Green grasshopper robot things. Don't even know what they are. Hopefully I can get to level 86 fast. This music's cool too. It's been a while since I've done anything that isn't freaking the nameless village for Spectre. That attack's really cool. There we go. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, the equipment is still lower level, but I'm doing much better than I remember. Maybe it's because of the addition of the other equipment. I like, it's cool too that you can just choose to jump to the next quest or go back to town. See, there's the map of where to go. Oops, I was facing the wrong way for that one. Bob my head up and downs. That's really cool. It's because he has so many moves, I forget which one's which. I don't like interrupting my own attacks. Oh, that was close. I almost used the awakening skill. They're very strong, but obviously to counter that they have very big cooldowns. And I usually like to save them for the boss. I hate these enemies. They're so slow. They keep distance, and then they try to get behind you to stab you. The stupid mosquito-looking robot things. I just forget how big of a lunge that attack is. I have 3 times. I think there's 3 times 3 XP potions. Yeah. For 30 minutes each. This should help. Yeah, it's interesting sometimes the bosses, because like obviously every stage actually only has one boss, but when you're going through a story they do multiple ones, and sometimes the bosses that you fought previously are now just like named enemies in the middle of the dungeon until you get to the real boss. Oh, that was a beatdown. Which in this case I think is supposed to be the homunculus Becky. I don't like fighting her. But hopefully it won't be that bad. I mean, the golden clown is also a pretty big pain in the ass. Yeah, there's Becky. There goes the freaking slingshot. There we are. Yeah, so the whole part of this game is trying to get through the Castle of the Dead and reach Luke. Apostle Luke. It's the biggest frickin' anticlimax when you finally do reach him, though. Oh, I mean, slay what you want to slay and let the slay out. That's funny. Honestly, gosh. Have I mentioned how much I dislike Vaughn? I really hope the story is building up to him being like some greater scope villain so I can be justified in my hate for him and I get to kill him. Because everything the game has done has shown me that he's not trustworthy and I don't like him. Which is weird because the game establishes that there are, I think, 4 swordsmen who defeated Sirocco, Apostle Sirocco, one of the big bads way back in the day. And it was, I believe, Aganzo, Wanga, the guy in Suju, and Vaughn. I think the 4 of them are the 4 swordsmen. So, like, they're big heroes, but... Man, I fucking hate Vaughn. I don't even know if that's just a me thing. I don't talk to enough people who play DFO to know if they have issues with Vaughn, too. I also just don't like him because he forces his way into your story. He wasn't there, I swear. Back in the old Neopol days. I mean, in the old Nexon days, he absolutely wasn't there. And I swear, when I started playing Neopol, I don't remember if he was there from the beginning. But it's just annoying to have this guy who's always there when you're trying to do the story of the game. Every step of the way, he's like, oh, you're here too? It's like, cool, we'll do this together. I was like, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. I'm gonna say I don't like Vaughn. The best thing they could do is reveal that he's a villain. If they don't do that, I'll be very, very disappointed. Oh boy. I just love, it's been a lot of fun. It's been very interesting seeing Max dude's so interested in DNF Duel and Dungeon Fighter. And obviously his main thing extends from the fact that Aiding is developing DNF Duel. But what's really funny, because I didn't watch any of Max's reactions to the fighter trailers until they were all out, the first 5 anyway. And what's funny watching them back to back is he repeats himself in every single one. He's like, well, there's a reason this game looks like this, because Aiding's developed it. You know what they developed? Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. He says that, like, in every single video. Which, I mean, obviously, from our perspective, I mean, to be fair, he's only recording them a day apart. Because, I mean, the fighter trailers, I think, were every day, every other day. It was very soon. But watching them back to back like that is actually very funny because of that. Oh, this is a boss. I was so caught up in this. Alright, halfway through level 85. Wow, really? Yeah, that 3 times EXP thing's not helping at all. Yeah, there's Dana Donatel. Yeah, alright, she's the one who represents the Adventurers Guild. There's Vaughn, this piece of shit. Look at him. I hate this guy so fucking much. Yeah, maybe my hate for him is a little misplaced. No, I'm not even gonna give it that. No, I'm totally justified in hating him. That attack keeps you stationary for a long time. But hey, as long as it kills them, I'll take it. I will take it. Yeah. I mean, but yeah, as people have said, Dark Knight is basically another Slayer, and Creator is kind of like bars from the mage classes. I don't know which one more than the other. So I don't really see a point in them being like separate in DNF Duel. I doubt it. I know people say they want different class designs, and honestly, like the different awakenings to be like alt outfits or something like that, and like, I don't know how much work that would be, but I would love it, specifically because I think the Dragon Knight looks great in DNF Duel. I really like her design, but I love her Dreadnought look better with the red outfit. She looks freaking awesome as a Dreadnought. Oh, I just smacked him once and he died. Hey dude, why aren't you dying? Okay. Music really dialed back, huh? It's very low. Not at the boss yet. Yeah, he's dead. I still wonder what's gonna come of DNF, not DNF Duel, DFO, the Project Barbecue or Project Overkill. Like, DFO Overkill, I mean. I would love to play those games. I only just learned that they existed like a few weeks back because I saw people keep mentioning them. So I was like, what are those? And I looked into the trailers. I'm like, those look awesome. When can I play them? As far as I'm aware, there's been no new information on them in quite a while. Oh, why is Vaughn here? Takes quite a beating, huh? That was a total whiff. I was like, I'll stop before that attack so I don't miss with it, and I missed with it anyway. Got it. Alright, I think I'm at the 75% point to 86. As soon as I get to 86, I think that'll be a good place to stop. Not there yet. Okay, now they want me to go to another area. I will say, I wonder how it feels to anyone who sees me walking around. Because I don't, honestly, as I play the game, I don't see any Dark Knights or creators ever. And there's obviously reasons for that, but still. Should still taking. Oh, okay. Metal Brachium. I think the boss of this area is Metal Gear. Oh yeah, with this freaky music. Yeah, that's how you use it in a very small crowd. No, don't repair, break. So it's really annoying. I think one of the things that I like too is being a character who doesn't have enough giant AoEs. Because especially towards the end of the game, when you get to the Abyssal Sky Tower, the maps, the rooms are really wide, really big. And enemies are all over them, so it's like, hunting them all down is a pain in the butt. That's a big loop. Yeah. I wonder if Dark Knight has any unique moves to him. I think it's possible because most of the moves that I recognize are ones that Berserker has, except that are purple now. But maybe some of the other moves he has come from other Slayer classes. Hard to tell since I've only ever had a Berserker. That'll change one day. You're still alive. I saw this guy coming around the corner. I'm like, seriously, you didn't get in the way with all the rest of your buddies? Okay, boss time. Oh, it's just Dano. Alright, cool. And sometimes there are no bosses, which makes it even worse when I forget to use my EXP boost. Because your EXP boost only affects the resultant EXP at the end of the dungeon, not what you get from enemies. So when I get to the boss room, and I kill the boss before using it, that means I wasted that entire trip. And sometimes like, oh wait, the boss. Okay, well I'll use it when I'm in their room, and then it's a room that doesn't have a boss, and just the quest ends. Because I make that mistake a lot. How much longer is it gonna take? Just level me up. Oh yeah, actually speaking of well I mean not speaking of fighting, I haven't talked about fighting games in a while. But speaking of fighting games, I thought it was interesting that they're doing another season of Dragon Ball FighterZ. Like really? Freaking Arc System Works, dudes. They have no chill. They just keep making games. Yeah, they're adding Android 21 not Majin. Which I think is interesting. I wonder what she'll fight like, because I thought the whole point of the Majin form was that she can't fight as a doctor. Yeah, Dragon Ball FighterZ is fun. I played the story mode a lot, and I was like, huh. It could get frustrating at times, but I enjoyed it. The issue with it is that I forgot a lot about how to play it. Because I always take long breaks. I played it the most when I got it. And after that, it became pretty irregular. And I remember coming back to one time forgetting how to do everything. Like, how do I do supers again? How do I do this? How do I do that? It's not like I was amazing at it anyway. But I had fun. Z Broly is my favorite. Oh, like another season. Okay, cool. How many characters do they add per season? 3, 4, 5? I don't know who else they have to add. People are obsessed with Raditz. Whether that happens or not, I guess we'll see. I feel like the roster is pretty all-encompassing already. I wonder if they'll add anyone else from GT. The common one I see a lot is Omega Shenron, and I guess I'd like to see Super 17, but I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't have any like, I have to see this character, because I don't play the game that much anymore. Last time I played it a lot was when Season 4 Gogeta came out. I was like, oh, this is fun, and then I had fun with it for a good while, and then I was like, okay, I'm good. Still a fun game though. Admittedly, it might have been a mistake getting the the Switch version. I don't know if loading times are, like for matches, are as crazy in other versions there in the Switch one. Probably not. But playing online is very hard on the Switch. There's just not enough people. Yes, the boss's name is Metal Gear. There we go. That music's nice. He called on Iron Aim for help. I think that's the big robot dragon. There we go, level up, thank goodness. Now I can equip my super awesome equipment. Yep, let's see my character. You can see the stats go up. Yeah, let's do it. Yes. I don't need this stuff anymore. It's all the armor done. Of course, the thing is with this game, the best equipment is has the superior stat, as you can see right here. Superior, 90%, 86%, 90%. A weapon over here, 91. And it goes from, I think, inferior or weak all the way up to superior. And it changes depending on the day randomly. So right now, whatever equipment I open up in boxes, like here, that'll have the rest of the stuff that I need, it will come out as exceptional, which I think is one step down from superior. And normally I wait until it says superior, which can take one day. It can take a freaking week of me sitting on boxes before I open them, which is really frustrating. But the thing is, Empyrean gear is really easy to get, so I don't mind it so much with that. With like the legendary equipment, the Black Crusade, whatever the weapons are called, I would wait like a month to get it superior, because those things are expensive and they're hard to get. So for now, we're just gonna go ahead and get more. So I need one more set of plate armor for the boots, and then we need accessories. The shoes, and the necklace and bracelet. Oh, and I can also use this. Since I got it accidentally, might as well. There you go. More stats. More stats. More stats. So yeah, that's good. It's very good. Puts my guy in a much better place now than he was earlier. Jeez, what can I upgrade here? I don't know if I have those other ones still equipped. Yeah, I do. It's over there. How about this one? Right here, and this one? Dark Flame Sword? I think I took that one out. Yeah, I took that one out. I think I want to put it back in, actually. In place of this guy. Here we go. There we are. So yes, I have new stuff. I'm much better. I can hit clear quest and it'll jump me. I need to pick a place to join. I'll join the Grim Seekers. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Gotta go to Pandemonium. Go to Times Square. Yeah, Pandemonium is like, I don't know, I guess it's Earth or some shit? I don't know. It has Harlem. I definitely think everything is gonna be dying faster, which makes me feel good. Of course, it's not gonna matter once I get to Harlem. At that point, I'll probably still need help. Unless I could just skip it all. Gosh, if only. Yeah, I definitely feel stronger. Good times. Oh. I'll take it. Also important, when you do get to this part of the game at the very end, at the end of every boss chamber, there's gonna be like these stones that you can break. Break them, please. You're gonna need it. The stuff that they give you. You're gonna need it badly. Anyway, I think that's a good place to call the stream. I just wanted to get him up to that level. And he's there now. So I'll definitely work on boosting his level more in the future and getting him up to what's it called? It's to 100. I want to get him to 100. He's the last character I have who's not a level 100 yet. So like, come on, man. Get up there so we can call it a day. So yeah, that's DFO. It's a lot of fun. I definitely recommend it. Jeez, I have a lot of stuff on me. Wow. I hope more people are willing to give the game a shot. After DNF Duel, have some interest in it. Even if you only want to play like one character, maybe two. I mean, you don't have to do what I did. Look at this nonsense. I didn't need to make this many characters. I just did because I was having fun. So I did it. That's just how it goes. I don't know if I'll do more in the future, just diving into anything else, or if anything, the thing I most want to do is start from scratch. LO1 is the new one, and then build up and stream that whole process. It could be fun. Anyway, for everyone, thanks a lot for watching. A little history lesson combined with some Spectre grinding, combined with some Dark Knight grinding, and yeah, I don't know. I definitely want to stream more often because I have a desktop that reliably streams much better. I don't know what I want to stream or even record some stuff. But we'll see. I have plenty of stuff I can play for fun, hang out with. I'm playing Halo Infinite, Skyrim, Batman Arkham Knight. I'm playing a ton of stuff right now. My first time playing Skyrim. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Until then, hasta.